Cha. So what are we doing today? You're going to join me in cleaning up the studio. See ya, it was nice knowing you. Are you still with me? Well, that's nice, thank you. Share. That loud bang was from these drawers. I have bought those drawers because I have this massive bucket full of Chinese materials. I'm one of those people who just like sees a textbook and go, oh, that is going to be my key to figuring out Chinese. And then I see another book, and then I see flashcards, then I see a poster, and it doesn't really stop. So everything is in this big bucket here, and it's hard to figure out what I have. And so I figured if I take it all out and I put it into these drawers and categorize it, then we'll get someplace. I'm not sure what I'll achieve. Maybe this is just procrastination. Who knows? Okay, what have we got in here? Making out in Chinese. What if there's somebody who's invited you out and last time they stood you up and they've invited you out again? You're feeling pretty cautious? Yep, what do you say? 请不要让我摆定. Please don't stand me up. And what if they did stand you up? Oh my god, what would you say then? 我打了. I'm mad as hell. 我打了. And then what might that person say back to you? 冷静一点. Calm down. God. Chinesey. You know, I keep going on about Chinese being filled with pictograms. Well, Chinesey is a great system that's been set up by this woman who is a mum who wanted to teach her children Chinese, called Xiaolan. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Anyway, she's a designer, artist, and she has created this amazing system of cards that have pictures on them. That's one I really like. Young. It actually looks like a sheep. See? So she creates the picture surrounding, and then she's got the character in the middle. So you learn that, then you flip it around, and you start to remember the picture that goes with the character. In Western culture, I love parts are like that. The Chinese are a lot more literal. Check that. That is a symbol for heart, and you can see how they constructed it. Actually looks like a real boom 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 heart. Yes, it's a kid's book, I know, but it's really straightforward. And I reckon one of the best ways to learn is to get into stories that are just like really interesting. And I guess it's from the Stephen Krashen school of thought, which is if you've got something that's compelling and the content is rich, then you're a lot more likely to learn faster than if you were reading just from a textbook all the time. Chinese slanguage. This is a fun one. It's not really, you know, I wouldn't really use this for the most accurate pronunciation, but it's a very fun way to get your head around how the sounds of the Chinese language work. So, for example, we've got to deceive. So check that out. So you've got the characters, you've got the pinyin, and then you've got a fun way to pronounce it. So to deceive is chipian, chipian. So if you don't understand tones and you're very new to the language, it's such a fantastic way to get into your head what sounds you're meant to be blurting out of that mouth of yours. Oh, okay. This one's a little bit more dry than the flashcards and the kiddies books, but sometimes you just got to get serious. And this is such a straightforward, easy to understand and clear guide to basic Chinese grammar. This is kind of fun, waterproof, just in case you're kayaking, or you're on a boat and you want to learn some Chinese, or you're cooking, you can learn lots of words here. This is what I like to call my ambition book. My goal is to be able to read this. So as you can see, you've got Chinese on one side, you've got the English on the other. What I like about books like this is that when I'm reading the Chinese, I just know that there will be things that I don't understand. There will be names of places, names of people, but if I can translate this and then it partners with that, then I will get the deeper meaning that they're trying to convey, and that will further advance my understanding of how they structure the language and some of, I guess, the idioms and the heartfelt meaning behind the words would be more clearly conveyed. Folders. Folders and folders and folders of notes from courses. Look at that. 6 out of 6. 6 out of 6. This was from my Adelaide Uni course. That was an excellent course. The funny story about that course is that I started off and did their beginner's introduction course a few years ago, which was just 8 weeks. And then I took some time off and I dove into more online studies, which I'll go into next. And then I came back, and when I looked at the course curriculum for the year I wanted to study, they had first year and second year and third year. And I wasn't sure if I should do first year again or second year. So then I looked at the first year and I was like, oh no, I've done some of that. I understand that. And the second year said that if you'd done the first year, you go in second year. That makes sense. But then I turned up at class to the second year, and when everyone opened up the textbooks and I went to open up to page 1, they opened up to chapter 7. So what had happened was that I'd done the beginner's course, and when I was reading the course curriculum, because that was considered separate to the first, second and third year streams, I misunderstood and I thought I'd done the first year. No. I had completely missed out and had to learn first year and second year at the same time. That was a cruncher. But you know what? I held on tight and I learnt a lot very fast. It was a bit stressful, but I felt very accomplished at the end of it. Thank you very much. Online courses. Get into them. Great way to motivate yourself to study, especially if there's a certificate at the end, and I'm a junkie for a certificate. I think one of my favourite online courses is Yo-Yo Chinese. And Yo-Yo Chinese is run by this brilliant teacher called Yang, and she is native Chinese, came to America, learnt to speak English, and has kind of learnt how English speakers best learn Chinese. And her courses are super engaging, to the point that I did a course in Chinese at a local school, and I would find that halfway through the lessons the teacher would quite often turn the TV on and we'd be watching Yo-Yo Chinese. And I was like, well, why am I paying to watch this at this school when I could go home and watch this? She has so many different aspects to her course, and I'll actually do a separate video on Yo-Yo because I think I'd shortchange her course or Yang's course by trying to summarize it here. But it is outstanding. Oh, there's so much stuff. And now you should see the floor. Let's get this cleaned up.